Welcome, amazing agents, investors from across the country. Today is Wednesday, December 18th, 2019, and I forgot to check and see which role play call this is. Do you know, Chad, offhand? Role play call.
I think it's
Cat?
50.
Well, anyway, it's the next role play call in sequence. All right, Cat's ready there. Welcome, as I said, to role play call number 49. Thank you, Cat. Good job. Encouraged how many people showed up pre-holiday. You never know. And just in case we forget to mention it, we are going to keep our regular schedule of calls for the month of January. Obviously, the next one would be scheduled for New Year's Day, and we won't be doing that. We'll probably do it the week after or the week following that. We'll post as soon as we know. But for the next couple weeks, we will be doing our regular scheduled mastermind calls on December 26th and on January 2nd. So please come to those. And as you guys probably heard, the mastery follows this. So we have about 50 minutes today. It's going to be a quick call, and we do have two people in the queue. If you absolutely know you want to role play something with the coach, you don't have to be the brave one. You can be the seller and let him be the agent or investor. But jump in there now. Don't wait till the last minute. Hit *6 and then hit 1. Chad, anything you want to mention before we get started?
No, just I will say thank you guys for your patience. We've had to move this call because we've had to reschedule this call because of my schedule. So thank you for being here. If this is your first role play call, be sure and check out the archive. So we have 48 of these already archived, and it's a great place to kind of build your skill set to get on the phones and get face to face. So if you go to alltheleads.com/CCVA or conference call video archive, you can actually find every single role play and mastermind call that we've done since we started the company. So if you haven't found the archive yet, be sure and check that out and listen to some of the past calls. They're always unique and valuable.
And by the way, Kat just said we do not have a mastermind call scheduled for the 26th, but I believe we did decide to do that. Correct, Chad?
Yeah, I think we will.
Okay, yeah. Kat, go ahead and schedule it, please. And the last thing I wanted to say, if you guys are unique to these, we do the mastermind call every Thursday. We do these once per month, and we try to reserve these for actual role play situations. And if you have a generic question about the system, the process, the mail, any of that stuff, please call back tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and we can get those questions answered. If at all possible, we'd really like to keep this to places you're getting stuck in your conversations. Maybe we had someone yesterday that said they were going to call in today that just felt like they needed to close a little bit harder. They were having nice conversations, and they'd check back a month later, and the property was listed and sold already. So those type of situations, anywhere you feel like you need help being better on the phone, that's the purpose of this call. So having said it,
anything you've learned that will help others. So this is it's a place to learn how to overcome the negative, but also share the positive. So for example, we had a gentleman that's in Mastery this month. His very first list, he sent 14 postcards. He went and gathered his data, sent 14 postcards, ended up landing 2 transactions off of it. He made $35,000 off of less than $20 spent and less than 10 hours of work. And this is someone who's brand new. He came to these calls and built his language. So the more we share what's working, the sharper we all are in our own markets. So if you have something that, a success story like that, something that, you figured out that you haven't heard talked about here before, please step up and share that as well.
And by the way, Chad, the opposite end of that, one of our oldest, dearest subscribers, Bud Thompson, is going to come on the call tomorrow. But he shared with me that he has 6 closings this week, all probate deals. That's got to be some kind of a record. Yeah. So those are the two extremes.
30, I think he gets 25 or 30 leads a month, right?
Yeah, his conversion rate's off the charts. So, all right, well, we do have 2 in the queue, guys. We got room for more. Jump in, hit *6 and hit 1. First up is phone number ending in 8013. You're up first.
Yes, sir. Can I be the probate representative, please?
Sure. Absolutely. You want to give them a heads up, or you want to just go in cold and see what happens?
Yeah, go ahead and call me, please.
Okay. Put you on the hot seat, Chad.
It's an outbound call. Do you want to do an inbound call or an outbound call scenario?
What does that mean?
Well, meaning you want to play the agent, so do you want to be prospecting?
No, I want to be the seller.
Oh, you want to be the personal representative?
Yes, please.
Not the professional. Okay. Ring, ring. Oh, sorry, what was your name?
Have we started, or this just by the way?
I'm sorry?
Have we started, or you just want to know my name for?
Just for the role play. I can call you John.
Yeah, John, yeah.
Okay. Ring, ring.
How may I help you?
Ring, ring. Hi, I'm trying to reach John Doe.
Yeah, this is John. Why are you calling me?
Hey, John, my name's Chad. You might recognize my name. I'd sent you a letter, but I had a couple minutes in my office and just wanted to touch base and make sure you did get that and you understood why we sent it. We have a team of folks here in Toronto that help families going through probate, and we noticed that you're one of those families, so we wanted to reach out and let you know there's a service here in the community that can help in a variety of different ways. What's been the toughest thing for you guys so far? What could you use some help with?
I'm on DNR. Why did you come?
I'm sorry?
I'm on DNR. Do not call list. Why did you come?
I wasn't aware of that. Would you like to continue talking, or do you need to get off the phone?
Bye.
Fair enough. So it sounds like you've heard that objection before.
Yeah, and by the way, is it okay? I'm not done. I hope you're not gonna cut me off. Okay. You just want to handle this before I move on, or how do we?
No, you can do another one. What I want to say about that, the reason I chose to handle it the way I did, I don't know who he is, and if you're acting very distrusting of me and referencing the DNC list, then that's you probably I don't want to risk escalating that and having you file a complaint when I didn't know you were on DNC. So all I can do is say I actually wasn't aware of that. Would you like to get off the phone? And then you hung up on me. I think more often than not, people will be like, well, you've already called me. What do you want? That's where I expected you to go, and then I'll turn that into engagement. But if I say, would you like to get off the phone, and you hang up on me, then I'll probably send you a follow-up letter, but I'm not calling you. So that's why I handled it the way I did.
Okay, thank you.
Have you been getting that one?
Yes, I did before.
Okay. All right, and you had another one you wanted another scenario you want to go through?
Yes, sir, if you can give me the chance. I got some couple.
You got some what?
Yeah, I got more.
You got a couple.
More than one.
You got more.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You just want to start from the top again, or anything in particular? Just go in cold?
If you can start all over, I mean, I will appreciate it.
Sure. Ring, ring.
Hello, I may I help you?
Hi, I'm trying to reach John Doe.
I'm here. How may I help you?
Hey, John. My name's Chad. I was calling because I have a team of folks here local families going through probate. And as part of that, we actually check the court records each month and find out who you are so we can reach out early, because we know we can make a big difference. The sooner we get involved, the easier it is for most families. Is there anything that you'd like to delegate, anything that just you wish wasn't your responsibility right now?
Yeah, I heard the way you sound. I don't do business with Africans.
Did you just say you don't do business with Africans?
Yes.
Well, that's a good thing, because I'm in the United States. I'm an American.
But I hear your accent. You have an African accent.
Oh, no, that's Appalachian accent.
No, I'm being serious here.
So, man, you're coming up against tough ones. Like, this is, I mean, if you're just calling racist people, I'm holding back my real response to that. because I don't think that I don't know if the world wants to hear what I would really say to that person. But I mean, do you want to overcome an objection with some racist bastard anyways? Move on.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
you don't want to help people like that. Like,
Okay.
they don't deserve it. Just move
Okay.
on.
Okay. Let me just move to another one. I would like to put my house on Zillow for free. I can get everything I need to do on YouTube. So why do I need to use you?
That's the objection you heard?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll jump into it. I'll say, okay, well, what's been the toughest thing for you so far, John? Like, what's something that you could use a hand with?
If I need anything, I'll go on YouTube and get my answer. I go on Google and get my answer. So why do I need to use you and have to pay you down the line?
You don't even know it yet, but you just stole something from me. I thought I was the most dependent person in the world on YouTube. What else? What else has it taught you, John? I bet you don't pay for car mechanics anymore either, do you?
Can you repeat that?
I said, I bet you don't pay to pay for a mechanic anymore either, do you?
Well, that's a total different thing. I don't know how to turn spanner, but I know how to read.
Really? Because I have changed transmissions and watched videos to help me, and I've also helped dozens and dozens and dozens of families through probate. And I'll tell you, what you're saying about probate is way more difficult than changing a transmission. So if you think YouTube can get you through it, that's okay. But just understand, this is, you are in a position where you could cost the estate and your family members tens of thousands of dollars. And what we do is offer a professional service. We don't charge a dime unless you decide you want our help, and then we get paid for doing what we promise. So it's not like we're going to try to charge you an upfront fee and run up billable hours or anything. We just try to reach out to people in the community to see if there's a need, if there's something that you don't understand, and we'll actually connect you with licensed insured professionals to do the work on your behalf versus you figuring out how to do it on your own on YouTube. So is there anything that you feel like you got a handle on this, or is there anything you're not 100% clear on? Do you know that what your liabilities are and what all your responsibilities are? Or are you just going to rely on YouTube for that?
Yes, I will.
You will. Okay. Well, listen, one of the key team members we have is a probate attorney, and we actually work with pretty much every probate attorney in town. Do you have an attorney helping you with the case?
I can Google one, read their review, and go with the best one.
All right. Well, you're treading on dangerous ground. Please save my number if there's ever anything I can do to help bail you out. I find that most of the folks we work with get to a point of overwhelm, and then they call us and they see a ton of value in what we do because they realize they don't know what they don't know. So if you find yourself in uncertain territory, I'd be happy to have, our legal team can step in and help you. Anything that's non-legal, we have a solution for anything that could possibly come up. So YouTube is a great resource. It's free. It's not here in your community. It doesn't look you in the eye and understand what your goals and needs are. But if you feel more comfortable with that, best of luck. If you ever do want a real human that has compassion and a lot of experience working in this market and with your situation specifically, then we're here to help. You've got my number.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
What market are you in?
Washington, D.C.
D.C. All right.
Yeah.
It's an eclectic crowd.
Yeah. Thanks. That was a good one, though. Thank you so much.
So you actually had someone was actually relying on YouTube to get them through all this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. So I didn't know if you had do you have a YouTube channel?
Oh, I just Google, no, but I go through regular, just type it and,
No, I mean, do you as a professional, have you started a YouTube channel for
No.
prospects?
No.
So what a great opportunity to lay down your knowledge on probate and then email this person a link to your YouTube playlist.
Okay.
If that's like if they give YouTube that much credibility, you can say, well, actually, listen, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and you really inspired me to do that because I realize some people actually I won't be able to reach everybody, and at least here you can have my local knowledge in this playlist. And just sit down and shoot a few videos of, what are some of the pitfalls of approaching probate on your own or not understanding the process. And do you have relationships with probate attorneys yet?
Yes.
Okay, so call your top 3 probate attorneys and ask them if they'll do an interview with you, and interview them and have them tell their worst probate horror story about a mess they had to clean up, about how a personal representative who wasn't well informed got themselves in a bad position, and put that stuff on your YouTube channel, get it into a playlist of, like why every personal representative should work with a certified probate expert, and email that person, and even send them a handwritten letter, and make the URL really simple for your YouTube channel, like youtube.com/John Doe, or something that is easy to type in, so you can actually use it as a direct mail call to action, as well as pick up the phone and say, hey, listen, I just found this guy on YouTube. He actually has the same name as me. It's not me, but you might want to check this out. But I would use this as an opportunity to, because people in doing their due diligence, people go looking for stuff. And I had a series of short sale videos back in like 2011, 12-ish. And I used to get come list me calls off those short sale videos all the time. So it's good content to have out there, especially if people are really going and looking for, Washington, D.C. probate information. You're probably going to own that space. There's probably nobody else out there doing that. So go lay down some videos with attorneys and some of your own, and send that person a playlist and say, here you go. And you never know.
Thank you so much.
Jim, you still there?
Oh, yeah, I muted myself out. Sorry about that. We only have one more person in the queue. It may be a short call today. I know it's the holidays. Oh, good. As soon as I said that, we had 3 more jump in. So, good. All right, so next up is phone number ending in 8392. You're up next.
Hello, how you guys doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Pretty good, pretty good. My name's Trumeeyka. I'm a home buyer investor here in Jacksonville, Florida. And this is my first time being on a call, so I'm pretty excited.
Awesome.
Nice.
Good.
Have you
Glad
been
to
on
have
the
you.
phones yet?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Have you been on the phones yet? Have you started prospecting?
Oh, most definitely, yes. This is my first time actually being on this line, on this call. So like I said, I'm pretty excited. But yes, I'm doing deals in my market. Matter of fact, I have a deal right now under contract that I am sending out to my buyers, having my buyers look at it and see if they're interested. It's a pretty good deal. But yeah, I've done a few deals in my market already, and, just looking forward for more.
Sure. And are those, you've done a few probate deals, you mean?
My last deal was a probate deal. This deal here is just a motivated seller. She's an absentee owner, live in Minnesota. She has a property down in Jacksonville that she wants to get rid of.
So let's talk about your probate deals. Was it an outbound call or an inbound call, and how did it go? What can you share with everybody?
This lead here, my team we got from Driving for Dollars. The house, it was a distressed property, needed a lot of work, and just so happened the personal representative was at the house. We caught the personal representative at the house at the moment whenever we drove by, so that was a great thing. We got her number.
Tell us how that went. Like seriously, this is good for anyone who's doing door knocking or driving for dollars. Like, how did you approach them? What language? how did you engage with them? How did they receive you? Tell us about it.
Right. So we thought that they were, basically like investors, just like us, just driving for dollars. Because actually it was two. It was myself and then another investor that came up at the same time. But so the owners or the representatives, they was there at the house, and they were on the side of the house, and we just engaged with them and asked them, is it their property? And just so happened she was like, yes, this is my mother's property. She passed a few months ago. And then, we just asked her, is she looking to sell this property? She was like, yes, most definitely. And so she said, take my number. She actually put out a sign, a for sale by owner sign out in front of the yard. We ended up taking her number personally from her. And we asked her how much she wanted for the house. At first she said $40,000. And then we negotiated down to $35,000. Now this house, it did need a lot of work. It needed a new roof. It needed exterior and interior fixing, structure on the outside. It needed plumbing, electrical. The ARV of this home was $130,000. So it approximately needed about $35,000 in work, we estimated. And so that deal, it kind of took us, that was actually my first probate deal. This is my first probate deal. So it was a learning curve for me and my team. And so we, just negotiated with her, and we got it under contract. We have a pretty good relationship with one of our probate lawyers, but just so happened she actually had her own lawyer. So we end up, communicating with their lawyer, and the process went pretty smooth. For as their lawyer handled everything. They sent over the signed order. We sent everything over to the title company, and we got the deal done.
All right.
It took us about.
Did you wholesale that one, or did you close on it?
Yes, we wholesaled. We wholesaled it. This is a wholesale deal, and we didn't make much off the deal. It was personally, I think that it was a pretty good deal. The numbers were there, but I think really we just didn't, like, we're building up our buyers list. So I think that we didn't have like a big enough buyers list to expand.
What was your assignment? What was your assignment fee, if you don't mind sharing?
Yes, the assignment fee on this deal was $2,500. So
wow.
Yeah, we got it done.
There's so much meat on the bone there. Cause you bought it at 35.
Yes, we bought it at 35.
And it needs 35 in work, and your ARV is 130. That investor made out like a bandit.
Yeah. So we started at 60. Was wholesaling it for 60, and we was wholesaling this thing for at least about 2 months. Yeah, 2 months.
That's all right. You made some money. Yeah. Next time, close on it.
Okay.
Nice.
Definitely.
That sounds like one you should have kept and done the project yourself. But it's you made some money and you've got a deal under your belt, so that's good.
And the best thing about this deal here is that like I say, it was driving for dollars. So we didn't, we made $2,500 off of this deal and put nothing into it besides, sure, time and effort of reaching out to buyers.
The seller's big motivation was just get rid of the problem, right? Like they saw it as too much work and just wanted a fast solution.
Well, good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Anything you want to role play with Chad?
Most definitely, yes. I'll role play because I am trying to critique my craft and role playing. So
do you want to be the personal rep or do you want to be the professional?
No, I'll be the one that's calling, and you could be the personal representative. That's fine.
Okay, we can do that. All right, you call me.
All right. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hello. I'm looking for Chad.
This is Chad. Who's this?
Yes, hi, Chad. My name is Trumeeyka. I know that this call is sudden, but I was calling about a property I believe you own on 123 Main Street.
No, I don't own that house. That was my father's house. I'm sorry. Why are you calling?
Yes, I was just calling to see if you would consider an offer on that property there. Are you the personal representative of your father's estate?
I am.
Okay, great. Yes, I was just calling because we help families that's going through the same situation that you're going through, and we help families that's going through the same situation that you're going through for its probate. And I was just calling to see if you would consider an offer on your property.
Well, what's your offer? I mean,
yes, I'm glad that you asked. Well, we purchase properties cash, and we pay all the closing costs. There's no real estate commissions, and the best part about it is that we purchase them completely as is, so you won't have to put another dime into the property. For something like that, I mean, what would you take?
we haven't. There's so much to be done. We haven't gotten it ready for sale yet. I don't know. I'm not really sure what it's worth. I definitely not looking to give it away. That's for sure. We've gotten calls from other people, and people throwing around offers of 50% of what it's worth, and that's just not going to work for us. We're not looking to give things away. This was something, the money's important to the family, so I guess whenever we're ready, we'll call an agent and find out what it's worth and get it on the market with them, and you're welcome to make an offer then.
I mean, most definitely. I understand exactly where you're coming from. You don't want to give the property away, and So, I mean, do you know exactly how much the properties in your area is going for? Because just to kind of give you or do you know exactly how much the properties in your area is going for, or?
So I'm gonna break the
number?
role. I'm gonna break the role play for a second. Have you been on one of these? Have you been on these calls before?
No, I haven't. I'm not even going. I'm a little nervous,
Okay.
So yeah.
No,
So
fair enough. Like,
listen.
listen. You had the courage to get up and do it. I'm not criticizing you for that at all. So, the one thing that's obvious is you have been on the phones trying to virtually wholesale or cover as much ground as you can. You're trying to get me to show my number, and you're very matter of fact about the real estate. And what we teach, and the reason we teach is because it works, is we really want you to differentiate yourself from any other investors. And I told you that I'd already talked to a couple other people that were I was setting you up there. But so focus on people and situation until you've gotten real engagement, and I start to tell you things about myself and my situation. That way you know that I trust you, right? Like you're in rapport with me. Then you find a segue to talk about the real estate. The one thing I would encourage you to do is stop using the deceased last known address. And we have a product coming out soon that's called Probate Plus, where we can actually, 80% the deceased last known address will be the subject property. But 20% of the time, it's not. So you're going to look foolish if you're trying to deduce too much from the data. So what we find to be far more effective is focus on the people and the situation, get engagement, and then find out if there's real estate, if there's a motivation to sell it, then verify the information and let them give it to you. So it all happens as a more organic conversation, and people don't feel like you're trying to take anything. The other thing that I haven't mentioned yet is, dropping the label of real estate investor, home buyer, cash buyer. Like, none of those things have a positive connotation to a family going through probate, especially if someone has been on the phone before you that didn't offer any real value to them. So by saying, my name's Chad, I've got a team of people here locally that help families going through probate, or my name's Chad, I'm a certified probate expert, with a team of folks here locally to help families going through what you are. it's something they've never heard before. And instead of jumping into a behavioral pattern where they just kind of shut down because they know all you have to say is what the last two guys had to say, like instead of that, they're open and they're like, what the hell is a certified probate expert? Or what do you mean you have a team of people that help families in probate? Like they're all ears, they're listening. So I would encourage you to, like, doing it the way you're doing it. I mean, you can follow and say it's a numbers game. Like you'll find some success doing it that way. But if you slow down a little bit, back away from the real estate, focus on people and situation, and then once you have more details about the people and the situation they're in and what pain points they have and what their goals are, then they're basically drawing you a roadmap. They're telling you exactly what you're going to say next, right? So if you want, we can jump back in and I'll kind of walk you through it, like how we most commonly handle these. Or I can let you off the hook and you can go listen to a few and come back later, whatever's best for you.
I mean, we can go again. I can go or you can go.
So I'll jump in. I'll kind of show. I'll take the role of the prospector. You can be the personal representative. And what we find is the most common objection you're going to hear is, well, who is this? How did you get my number? What do you want? Like those things. So in the beginning, we're going to try to, we're going to defeat those objections before they can arise. And then from there, I'm going to find a way to segue into real estate, find out if you own real estate, if there's real estate in the estate, if there's a motivation to sell it, if there's any equity in it, and we'll get it going. And then let me see, how much time do we have left, Jim?
We have 2 people in the queue, and we've got about 15 minutes. So
okay,
yeah,
so yeah, we'll go through the first 5 minutes or so of it, just so you can get a feel for this. So. And what was your name again?
My name is Trumeka, and actually I was making calls and I ran across a potential seller or a personal representative. So I kind of give you the objection that she gave me as well. So.
Okay, perfect. So ring.
Hello.
Hi, I'm trying to reach Trumeeyka.
This is she. How may I help you? Who is calling?
Hey, Trumeeyka. My name's Chad Corbett. You might recognize my name because I sent you a letter this week. But I had a couple minutes. I just wanted to follow up, make sure you got that and you understood why we sent it. You remember seeing it?
Actually, I didn't see a letter. What was your name again? Chad? No, I don't remember
Corbett.
seeing a letter.
No worries. It's even better. I always try to follow up with a phone call because we don't always get the mail. So. Well, listen, the reason I'm calling, we have a team of folks here locally that help families going through probate. And as part of that, our team, we go to the courthouse once a month and see who's going through this. And we try to reach out early because we know we can usually end up saving the family a ton of money and taking a lot of the stress away. We help in a variety of different ways. So what's been the toughest thing for you guys so far? Are you finding it's pretty easy?
Well, you say that you help families?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I mean, how exactly do you help families? I'm on Social Security right now and my meds. I'm kind of running behind on my meds. So, like, do you guys give loans for meds?
Well, there's a lot of different ways we help. I mean, we try to understand your overall situation as far as the probate is concerned. And then we have team members. So, like, for example, I mean, we do have lenders that can actually make you make the estate short-term loans. Now, I don't know that you taking that as a personal loan and buying your medicine is going to be the best thing for you to do. You have to consider the whole picture. But, I mean, we have connections with social workers and social services to help, surviving family members. So it really just starts with us. Once we understand your situation, then it becomes clear to us how we can help and who we need to bring in to help. So, well, it sounds like you're having some personal financial struggle right now.
Yeah, just with my meds, I can't get my meds, and if you guys can help me with that'd be great.
Well, do you normally have enough money to cover that when something's happened, or is it change of insurance?
Lately I just haven't had the funds to purchase meds. I mean, yeah, you're calling me because you said that you help families around. So I'm, you know, if you can help me with my meds, then that'll be great.
Well, what we do is we help families handle the probate process. So that's really what I'm calling to talk about. If helping your financial, personal finance, it's what you filed with the county clerk a few weeks ago. Remember going to the county clerk's office and filling out the petition for probate for whomever's estate John Doe is?
Oh, okay, I get it. This is about the property. Oh, well, why didn't you say that in the beginning? This is about the property. Yeah, I'm not selling my property. I'm sorry,
no,
I'm not selling the property.
Well, property is one piece of an estate, obviously. Like I said, we help families with all aspects of probate. So it's, I mean, if selling, if you're not looking to sell the property, is that because you're living in it?
I mean, it's my mother's property, and I'm not selling. Please don't call back.
Well, if I can show you a way to use the house to buy your medicine, are you not interested?
I mean, that's a pretty good response. Yeah, so I got that objection, matter of fact, a few days ago. I got that objection, and I didn't really know how to overcome it because it seemed like...
So where I was headed with it, like if she'll slow down and tell me what her intent is for the property, even if she's going to keep the property, I can show them how to go ahead and what state are you in?
Florida. Jacksonville, Florida is where I'm at.
So if you're in Florida, there may be the opportunity, if it's a simple probate, you might be able to fast track it through. It just depends on how many, like I would want to know how many heirs are there, what's their intent. But there's a possibility that we can quit claim the house over and then do a home equity line of credit or refinance it and get her some cash. So, and then if she ever has a real estate, and that's one phone call for me. I don't have to do any of that work. My lender will do the work. But I get the social credit. So when she is ready to sell that house, when she is in a financial struggle again, and needs to liquidate the asset, then I'll be the first phone call. So that's where I was headed with it. I was focused on the person and just trying to understand the situation and find a way to provide value. Because people in that situation oftentimes, I mean, it wouldn't be unusual for that woman to call back 30 days later and sell her house for 50 cents on the dollar. So right. I'm going to do whatever I can to help her right now with whatever problem she has, because if I do that and I build trust, then the second she needs real estate help, I'm going to be the only guy in the world.
Right. Makes sense.
That's where I was headed with it.
Okay.
Okay, does that help?
Well, thank you, and I would definitely be joining in on you guys' call more often.
Awesome.
This is a great, yeah.
I have a feeling one of our salespeople might call you. You never know, and talk to you about our program.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of strategies in real estate that you run across problems
Sure.
and situations that if you only know one strategy or two strategies or even three strategies, there's so many other strategies that you could probably utilize that if you're not educated on, then you can't really help a situation. You can't really help a family.
Absolutely.
Like I didn't know about the strategy that Chad just, mentioned, so I wouldn't be able to use the strategies that I have under my arms to bring value to that family. So
there you
Hang
go.
Out here for a little while. Start showing up on Thursdays. You'll have lots more strategies.
Awesome. Thank you so much for participating. Chad, it's kind of perfect timing. We have about 9 minutes until you have to go to Mastery, and we have one more person in the queue. This got to be the all-time friendliest caller ID. This person's caller ID is I love you. So I love you, you're up. I love you, you're up next. That's phone number ending in 8183. Maybe they don't realize that's their ID. You're up next.
Hey, how are you? No, I know that's my ID. I laugh every time someone says it, and the reason why that's the ID is because it's so unusual that we get many comments on it.
Good for you. That's awesome.
I don't have a role play. I'm listening in, but since there was nobody else, I figured if I have time to chat with you, I will. I'm going to be on the mastery call in 15 minutes, so I thought I'd listen into this one. Do you guys got a minute to chat since no one else is on the line, or do you want to?
Yeah, you're last up this week. We got about 5 or 6 minutes. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So I am going to become a member of your leads. I'm in Florida, Charlotte County, Manatee, Sarasota are the counties I'm looking at. The reason why I haven't purchased them yet, but I have purchased Mastery, is because I'm not ready to start actively until after the first of the year. I'd like to, if there's time, tell you a little bit about my situation and get your feeling for what I'm thinking of putting together.
Sure. And what's your first name, sir?
I'm John Michaelides.
Okay, John. Sure. Go ahead.
So I own a property management company, Real Property Management of Sarasota, Manatee, a successful property management company. I've been in the real estate business 30 years, licensed as an attorney, but I don't practice. Licensed in Illinois. I went to law school in Chicago. So I've got a lot of experience in real estate, none in probate whatsoever. Over the past year, I've lost a lot of doors, we call it in the management business. Lost a lot of doors, not because of people unhappy with the services, but because the prices are so strong. They're saying, John, best thing I ever did was hire you guys as my manager, and now I'm selling. Well, we've done such a good job in our marketing of saying that we're dedicated property managers. We're not a real estate brokerage that does it on the side, that no one ever thinks of us to sell their property, although we're quite capable. I sell 1 or 2 a year when I could be selling many more. So I thought I'm going to start a brokerage completely separate from my management company. That's in the works now, Equity Growth Realty, different office, different number, different address, the whole thing completely separate. I'm thinking of using that as a feeder to the management business, but also for the management clients that want to sell or purchase additional properties. That's a nice adjunct. So that gives you a synopsis of where I'm at. In thinking about, since I'm starting this brokerage from scratch and thinking through lead gen, I came across you guys and thought, because I deal with a lot of probate stuff. Not that I'm working probate per se, but in the management side, we get a lot of calls from heirs that don't know what they're going to do with the property. Should I sell it? Should I manage it? So we actually have quite a few properties that we manage for the estates that they decide to keep it. So anyway, I've got your my website for the new company isn't going to be done till mid-January, so I can't start marketing. I can't start doing anything until everything's set. But anyway, that's my scenario. Yesterday on the call, Chad, I'm the guy that typed in, I haven't heard you mention anything about property managers or property management, if you remember that message that I put in. So that's my idea, is to have this brokerage as an adjunct, feeder, supplement, enhancement to my successful property management company. But I really think this probate angle is awesome. We already have, as you might imagine, as a property manager, movers and clean out people and all of that kind of stuff. I don't have the sales side component, so I don't have the closing attorneys and that, but I can get them. Already met with my RIA president that I've known for years, and he gave me some good leads. That's already been done. So anybody that you know that's done what I've am trying to do with respect to your leads, and by the way, your little calculator, I'm going to make like $47 billion in the next 3 months. So I can't wait because it's just guaranteed money.
I see we've properly set expectations.
So I'll take a breath.
So we do have, maybe not your exact scenario. We certainly have subscribers that have multiple businesses or multiple strategies in a certain real estate business, even to the extent where we have some auctioneer, like some people are real estate auctioneers, estate sale companies, appraisers, and brokerage all in one house. So this model works very well if you are a vertically integrated business, because we're offering, a variety of services. It just gives you more. You can monetize more spokes in the wheel than most people. So you're monetizing brokerage, investment, property management, all of that. You can be directly compensated for that. So you're just going to be referring less out. And having all that stuff under one roof is it just gives you more credibility, and you're way more nimble. You have a lot more control. So I think this is definitely a good niche for you. I look forward to watching you grow it. So.
Yeah, and come back on Thursday. As soon as you hit your first $1 billion, come back and let us know. Don't wait till don't wait till the $47 billion. All right, please.
When I hit my first $1 billion, I'm going to be at my villa in Italy, and I won't have time for these calls.
Okay. Well, you're not lacking in marketing prowess. I love you, and you've got a unbounded energy and enthusiasm. So that's half the battle. I think you're going to do very well.
I believe I will. We'll see, man. I have confidence. I've done this rodeo before in terms of starting new things in the real estate space. I have zero knowledge with respect to probate leads. I know a little bit about the process from my law school years, but it's not something I ever studied in depth or practiced. So I don't know. You know more than me about it, that's for sure. So
you're in the right place. You're in the right place with mastery. You'll learn a tremendous amount in the next couple of days.
Well, today's the last day. We already had a couple.
Oh, okay, good. Well, hopefully, and come back. You can come back and take the course every month. You can be it always is growing and improving. So you're definitely in the right place. Yep.
I plan on it. I've already listened to I don't know how many hours on your YouTube, and like I said. I haven't pulled the trigger on the leads just because I'm not ready. But January or February is when I'll pull. My thought is my lead count, Charlotte County, Manatee County, and Sarasota County are the three. Charlotte, 90 a month average, Manatee, 90 a month, Sarasota, 170. Sarasota is probably the highest competition, I would guess. It's our biggest market, most high wealth market. I'm thinking starting in the poorest, it's not poor, but relatively speaking, starting in Charlotte County with 90 leads a month, getting my feet wet, figuring out what my scripts are and my replies are, then bumping to Manatee, adding another 90, working them in, and then bringing in Sarasota. So 350 leads a month. Again, by your calculator, I'm going to make $47 billion a year.
Yeah, you can't go over $1 billion without having multiple counties. I support that theory. Hey, thank you so much. We are just about out of time, Chad. I know you want to get to the mastery calls, so we really thank you so much, guys. That was a great, energetic end to the call. I want to end this like I always do. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Particularly thank the 3 or 4 people that actively participated. Wish you all a great holiday season. We are going to be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern and a week from tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern. So I want to challenge you. Take one thought, one idea that you learned on today's call, go out and put it into practice, and come back and share your results with the group. Thank you so much, guys. We will talk to you 1 p.m. tomorrow Eastern. Make it a great day. Take care.